Hi everybody. I have a new habit. Every Saturday morning, I don't go jogging in the forest. I perform a hand launch of an RC plane. I repaired it after the last crash. This is a front part of a fuselage. I'll insert it into what's left of the fuselage after the crash, and the plane will be ready. There will be a top part there. I'll connect all the electronics and attach the motor there. I glued the new part already. Let's check. Nothing falls off. It's all glued properly. I glued it with two-component adhesive. Some of you were asking why the wing shape and the wing station don't fit the plane shape. This is a flat foam, flat wing plane. Its flight is driven by the propeller rotation, and its vertical movement is controlled by an elevating rudder, and the plane's rotation is controlled through its ailerons. The shape of the wing doesn't really matter. This kind of RC plane is one of the easiest. Therefore, I decided to make my first aero modeling project with this plane. If you have a plane like this and you're a beginner, you should launch it only when the weather is calm. Today is my lucky day. There's no wind at all. I removed the chassis because it got broken during landing or falling down, and that led to tearing out some pieces of foam from the fuselage. There was a piece of wood there, but it didn't prevent the foam from being torn off. My subscribers recommended I use a lanyard for the remote so my hands would be free. Now the remote is conveniently hanging like this. This accessory is very handy, especially if you perform hand launches by yourself.
Да, центровка самолета вот на этом уровне.
The plane's center of gravity is at this level.
Ёлы-палы.
Oh boy.
Это невероятно круто, друзья. Но летать я не умею. Ёлки-палки. Блин.
This is just amazing, folks.
Опять ремонт, опять полеты.
I can't fly. Bummer. Again, I need to repair the plane. Again, I need to practice. Now I need to check if the wings are intact. It's not that simple to assemble the wings. This front part with the propeller is expendable.
Ёлки-палки, так классно полетел.
It's flying. Yeah. Jeez, it was awesome. Well, well, well. What do we have here? The front part is shattered and the tail is broken. But the elevating rudder is intact. All I need to do is fix this with glue and replace the front part. Woo! It's amazing! I just found this rod. The part that connected it to the servo arm dropped off. The aileron servo is ripped off. Here it is. This fall was definitely harder than the previous one, but the flight was cooler this time. I think I'll continue working on this plane. I'll repair it once again. Maybe I'll make another plane like this one. Then, I'll make planes with more complex wing shapes, like modern airplanes have, in order to reduce the flying speed. It will be easier for me to control them. This plane is way too fast for me. Sometimes it's not enough time for me to react. I estimate the speed as 50 to 60 kilometers per hour. So, of course, with such speed in short distances, and if you're as overwhelmed as I am, it's too hard to control a plane like this. This was only my second flight. I'm glad I did it without the chassis. I'm sure it would have torn out another piece of the fuselage. If you have some tips or advice for me, or requests, write in comments. I know that some of you are interested in aeromodeling. If you are an experienced aeromodeler, help me out with your advice on making planes. Please comment on my first launch video and today's video too. Usually, propellers, fuselage, and ailerons break most often. I have a broken aileron here. The most breakable things are foam parts and propellers. Those are expendable. They are cheap. The only valuable resource here is time. I think an hour will be enough to fix this plane. A full hour of hard work is enough to make it nice and neat. Use two-component adhesive to make the repairs more quickly. You can use cheaper adhesives, but it will take a whole day for those glues to dry. Those glues are polymer adhesive, for example. Maybe I'll make another plane. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll do it and show you a video with the new plane, and I'll bring along this plane too. I've gotten very interested in aeromodeling. When I have two planes, I'll be able to fly twice more. This feeling, it's unbelievable. This is so cool. First you make it with your own hands, and then you watch it fly. I recommend this very model for your first project because 1, it's easy to make, 2, it's easy to repair, 3, it consists of few elements, and I think it's the cheapest RC plane of all. But it's difficult to control. To make controlling easier, you can download a fly simulator and train with it. You can connect the transmitter to a PC via a USB MIDI cable using this slot. I'll give you the link for the cable. I have one already, but haven't tried flying simulators yet. Some people say they've gotten bored with simulators, or they felt uncomfortable trying them, but many commenters recommend using simulators. This way, you'll have a better understanding or feeling of controlling a plane. I'm going to cut some parts off so they don't scatter along the road. Pull this all out. Gotcha. The battery fits tightly in there. It's because I attached a new part of the frame to the old parts of the fuselage after the first crash. The inner space became smaller and the battery needs no additional fixture now. Need to pick up all the pieces. Cut this off. This goes here. I'll leave this as it is, and we'll carry the plane with it.
Как вы понимаете, для превьюшки видео, то есть для этой картинки, которая там в начале, я сфотографировал самолет.
So, the video preview image shows this plane before the flight. I had a feeling something was going to happen to it.
Может случиться непоправимое. Дело в том, что если бы даже я вот летал там аккуратненько,
even if I'd managed to make this flight smooth, if I had controlled it better, I still might have had problems with landing.
Мне кажется, все-таки самолет должен, я думаю, планировать. И вот обязательно покажу видео с посадкой. Возможно,
I guess the plane should have been gliding. I'll show you another video of the landing.
Также для того, чтобы ограничить скорость полета.
Maybe I'll bring a friend and he will catch the plane during landing. And I will need to use a smaller propeller to decrease the plane's velocity. Maybe the next time I'll have a smaller one already and my flight will go more smoothly. See, this is the reality. I don't cover anything up. A lot of aero modelers crashed their planes. I'm not the only one who screwed up. RC planes often crash. Wow, what a beauty. The clouds are cartoon-like. If you enjoyed watching the video, click like and subscribe to my channel. I have lots of interesting crafts for you coming up soon. See you. I'm leaving in a good mood. I feel way better than I did after my last time, and that's definitely cool.